that is proof enough, that is evidence enough for me to know for a fact that that reality exists. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's Taaj and I'm back again with some more free tea. If you're new to this channel, welcome. We transmute energy and ascend. We talk about things like the law of assumption, creating our dream realities, and simply being the best versions of ourselves. So, as I promised you in the last video, I'm back today with my next video that kind of piggybacks off the last video. So if you haven't watched that last video, please stop right now what you're doing and go and do that right now for me. Thank you. So what I want to say in this video, as you guys read by the title, are 3 magical words that I've been using recently to help solidify, put a cap on my manifestations, and just to know that it will manifest. So if you're interested in what these 3 magical words are, then just stay tuned. So just to recap a little bit from the last video, I talked about belief and knowing, and how our beliefs are simply just thoughts that we think over and over again, and how our beliefs are what's being imprinted onto our subconscious mind, therefore being manifested into our 3D reality, right? So I kind of touched on this in the last video, but I want to say it again in this video. Belief and knowing are 2 different things, but they kind of go hand in hand, right? So when it comes to manifesting, you do have to have certain beliefs, all right? You have to have whatever your dominant beliefs are, which are your dominant thoughts that you think on repeat, are what's manifesting for you. So if you are believing that you will always be big because people in your family are big, then you're going to be big. If you want to be smaller, if you believe that you're always going to have acne because acne runs in your family, or whatever the case, then that's what it's going to be. So if you want something different, you have to change your beliefs. Now, I want to get into knowing. Having a belief is different than knowing. Knowing is, for example, you don't believe that I don't believe that my name is Taaj. I don't believe that I'm a school teacher. I know for a fact that I'm a school teacher. I know that my name is Taaj. I know that I live on planet Earth. That's nothing that I have to believe. These are things that I already know. So when it comes to manifesting, the easiest, most effortless way to manifest is to get and shift yourself into that state of knowing. So how do we just know without a shadow of a doubt? How do we just know that our manifestations are going to come into fruition with that same energy that we just know what our name is, that we know how old we are, that we know what planet we're living on, right? How do we just know? So I'm going to tell you how I just know, and the 3 magical words that I put on the end of my knowing to kind of just seal the deal, solidify the manifestation, and know for a fact that it's going to be manifested into my 3D reality. Now, if you are not new to manifestation or not new to Neville Goddard, but you true to Neville Goddard, then you already know the Neville Goddard teachings basically are surrounded by creating your imaginal acts and visualization, right? So this is how you know something for a fact. You just know. If you can visualize it, if you can see it in your mind's eye, if you can go through the motions of it, if you can step into that first person and feel the feelings, feel the emotions, get into that, what does Neville Goddard say? Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. If you can visualize yourself having, being, doing, just living your dream life, and you can actually feel it and feel the emotions that come along with it, boom. That's how you know. That is how you know. If you can see it, if you can imagine it, if you can visualize it, if you can feel it in your imagination so much that it brings you so much joy in this right now present moment, that is how you know. So every time I'm manifesting something, I always create this imaginal scene like Neville Goddard taught us to do, right? I always create this imaginal scene, and I play the scene on a loop in my mind until I can really feel it real. And once I feel it real and I can see it and I've experienced it in my imagination, that is proof enough, that is evidence enough for me to know for a fact that that reality exists. All right, it exists for me. All it takes for me is to shift into it, and I shift into that by simply knowing that it's already done. It's already done. I'm just waiting for it to show up in my 3D reality. So if you can see it, that is, and you can visualize it, and you can imagine it and feel it, that is all the proof you need to know 100% certain that it will be done. So my 3 magical words that I put on the end of that when I get up from my visualizations is It is done. It is done. Period. 3 words. It is done. It's done. So I know it. So I don't have to question it anymore after I get up from my visualizations. I don't question it. I don't doubt it. I don't second guess it. None of that. I know it. Just as much as I know what my name is, just as much as I know what planet I'm living on, I know for a fact 100% that whatever I visualized and I saw in my imagination is going to come to pass. It has to. It has no choice to, because it's called persisting in that imagination by simply knowing. So that is the difference between belief and knowing. You can believe something all day, but do you know it though? Do you know it? Is it a fact? Is it 100% certainty? Like, do you know it? So that's what I want you to ask yourself after watching this video. But yeah, those are my 3 magical words. It is done. Why? Because I have the power. I am creating my reality, me, through my thoughts alone. And my thoughts, my dominant thoughts and beliefs and feelings are what's being imprinted every single day, every single second, being imprinted onto my subconscious mind. And there, the subconscious is showing me what I believe to be true about myself and about others, but we ain't gonna get into that in this video. So yeah, it's showing me what I believe to be true. So that is how you get into the state of knowing and persist in it until it hardens into fact, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Sending you nothing but peace, love, and blessings. Happy manifesting.